Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Against the Fence. This is your UFC 273 fan cam, and today we are joined by our man, Jay, all the way across the pond in the US. Jay, how are you doing, my man?
I'm doing great. And you?
Yeah, man. I mean, do you know what? It's stupid o'clock in the morning over here. It's nearly 7 a.m. and I've still got the energy because that card has kept me going throughout. Even though there's not been match finishes, like, it's kept me going. Man, how do we get into this? What bits did you get to see of this main card? Did you manage to get to see most of it?
I saw the second half of the second round of Gilbert versus Hamzat, which was fucking crazy. And then Aljo, of course, Aljo and Jan. And then I watched the main event.
And you watched the main event?
I kind of missed the big chunk of it. But I did I was listening in on the Mackenzie Dern fight.
Oh, okay. All right. So you did.
I have a good idea of how that is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what did you then make of Hamzat sort of going past the second round and actually picking up the decision win? Obviously, you've not managed to watch the first round, but what did you make of him digging deep in those later rounds?
It was cool to see him dig deep, but I feel like he shouldn't have had to. That makes sense. Like, I think the amount of hype that he's had people thinking that he was something that he completely wasn't. I don't really see him beating Usman at this point.
Really?
After that performance, I don't think that happens.
Really?
I think Usman's way smarter, and I don't think he lets Hamzat get that kind of second win like Gilbert did.
Okay, so yeah, you think that Usman's going to effectively apply the pressure more so on Hamzat?
Yeah.
So would you put it in a 5-round fight then? So you would obviously go for Usman, but do you see Usman getting a stoppage against Hamzat, or do you think he just gets a decision kind of one?
Only way that I see it going to be a stoppage is if Hamzat gets tired in like round 4. And then Usman gets a TKO. I don't think Hamzat's chin is there. Like, it's not crazy, but it's there. Like, I don't think Usman's gonna catch him like that. Maybe he'll catch him and then he'll be able to like get some bullshit going, and then the ref may stop it early type of thing. But I don't think he gets slept like Masvidal.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, probably not.
Or like Burns.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Burns was in the third round, and I guess the next question is for Hamzat is how does he look across, the 5 rounds, which are yet to be confirmed. What do you think then is next for Hamzat? Do you want to see a Colby Covington fight, or would you rather see him fight Usman Edwards winner?
Colby for sure. I think he needs a Colby fight for sure.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Just to get that a little bit bigger of a boost and to have a little bit more time to develop before having Usman. Because, like, I think if you throw him straight at Usman now, it'd probably be a bit of an issue for him. But if you give him another training camp for Colby, that experience fighting Colby, and then a training camp after Colby for Usman, I think then we'd have a much better hand or fight on our hands as opposed to if you just threw him straight at Usman.
That's a very good point.
He beats Colby.
Yeah. You think he beats Colby with some kind of ease?
Yeah, because I don't think Colby's gonna hit him hard enough to like gain any respect from him. And Hamzat is significantly bigger. I don't know if Colby's wrestling technique will keep him, I guess, up against Hamzat, or like at least keep Hamzat off of him. I think Colby's gonna eat a lot of shots trying to take him down, and then I don't know if Colby gets put to sleep, but I don't think it's gonna be a fun night for Colby. I can see like a doctor stoppage type of shit.
Wow.
bloody eyebrow or eyelids or whatever. Doctor comes in and waves it off.
Hamzat just goes for broke down there and rains it down on him. Yeah, you got some really good points there, my man. Because I mean, from my opinion, after seeing that, I'm like, if you're the UFC, why would you take a gamble in booking that other fight for Hamzat? Like, surely you'd want to just get that title fight with Usman out of the way because, you know, of the stock and the magnitude of that fight and the build up. But then I guess you're looking at it from a more of a fighter performance standpoint and saying, look, I want at least another one before I see Usman so we can see better Hamzat going in against Usman. So yeah, I like that. That's a good solid opinion there, and you're now
And
swaying me.
oh, sweet. And then if you really take into account if Hamzat does get one more win, that would boost his stardom even further.
Yeah.
As opposed to because like if he goes in there and loses to Usman, then what stop? Like what if he becomes the next Darren Till?
Yeah.
Now Darren Till got rushed up, got folded by Woodley, and now look at Till, and they're kind of hanging out now. You don't want that shit to rub off on him.
Yeah, you're against the Smash Bros kind of thing. You think it makes him soft?
Nah, I don't think that. I just think that I love Till personally, right? Like Till's a prime reason why I even watch this. But I think I'm not against the Smash Bros at all. But I would say if I had to choose somebody to like take advice from, I don't think it's Darren Till.
Okay, well that's fair. Yeah. Okay then. Yeah, I could probably see that. I mean, Till's got like a wealth of experience, you know, striking and things like that, and I guess overall MMA experience than Hamzat. But yeah, striking wise, it's not really the same similar style to Hamzat, really, is it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see where you're going for that. There's some good points there. What then? Let's move on then to the co-main event. Let's talk a bit about that then.
Man,
Sterling, man, what do you think of Sterling's
crazy.
performance? Because he's the champ now. You can say he's the champ.
Yeah, earned it. Honestly, you could have said that he was a champ before because I'm pretty sure that his win against Sanhagen was a lot better than I don't remember who Jan beat for the belt.
Oh, for
Do you remember
the interim belt.
No, before when because Jan had the championship.
It
belt.
was. Oh, do you know what? Oh, that's a good shout. I actually can't remember.
See, and that's a bit of a problem if you ask me.
It was. So he won the vacant belt. That was it against Aldo.
Oh, vacant belt against Aldo.
Yeah.
I would argue Sterling's win over Sanhagen should have been for a vacant belt, or it should have been for that vacant belt. I think that should have been how that worked out.
Okay.
Type of thing, personally. But yeah, man, shout out to fucking Aldo. I've been talking so much fucking shit. I've been talking so much shit about Aljo winning this, and for him to actually go out and do it was crazy. Absolutely insane.
That's crazy. I'm glad you stuck by him. I mean, I thought he was going to give him problems in the first fight, but you know, he did learn from his lesson, and he was much more sort of patient going into this fight, and yeah, it definitely showed up. I thought that this Aljo tonight was going to turn up the first time around, but it wasn't meant to be. So did you score that first round then for Aljo? Because that was probably the round that was up in the air.
Okay, I guess maybe. I think he landed more, right? But like, I'm pretty sure Jan's shots that he did land did more damage. And I guess that depends on how you want to be as a judge yourself. Because like, in my eyes, damage is more important than like if I'm just touching you, right? But if it's a close round to begin with, then the following round is what I'd base that first round off. Because if the following rounds, like, was it round 2 when Aljo started to manhandle him?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say that's what I'd compare the first round to in terms of what Aljo did in the first round probably helped towards that second round thing, which is a kind of like fucked up way of thinking about it, which is a good thing I'm not a judge, but that's how I would score that very first close round.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Let's get your take on what do you think's next for Aljo? What do you want to see his next title defense be against?
Oh man, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really want to see him against Dillashaw but like I know that's next. I'd much rather see Jan versus Dillashaw than Aljo versus Dillashaw.
Hmm.
But I'm cool with Dillashaw. Like I don't have any problem seeing him fight Sterling. There's honestly not too many people that I want to see Sterling fight. To be completely honest with you, his style of fighting isn't really my cup of tea.
Okay, yeah,
But I can't really think of anybody in that weight class that I think would be fun to watch Sterling fight.
yeah. Other
If
than
that makes sense. Like I
Marab,
know.
but he's his
Oh yeah,
training partner, so you know.
yeah. So that's not gonna work out.
No,
I completely forgot about Rob. Yeah,
yeah, he's a nightmare.
yeah, man.
But
That's not really good.
yeah, no, it's some good points there. It's quite hard to think of who actually does a lot of
Yeah,
damage.
styles make fights. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, yeah,
Yeah, TJ
that's like,
is the closest we got, I think, really.
yeah.
Obviously
I mean,
there's a
it'll
lot
be
of people
fun to
coming
watch
up.
him fight.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. It'll be fun to watch TJ fight him for sure. But I'd much rather see Jan fight TJ than
mm.
TJ fight Sterling. If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
No, yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
I'm totally with you on
a
that.
second Sandhagen fight would be cool, but like I
Yeah.
think Sandhagen probably wins that one
Oh,
for sure.
really?
I don't think. Yeah, yeah. I think it'll be the same thing as what happened with Jan and Sterling, where it's like the first you felt him out the first time, you was like, okay, cool, I lost, that's whatever, and then you could train according to that type of thing.
Mm. Okay, yeah. I
So
mean, Corey's got to get some wins first. You know, he's got to, I
yeah,
think,
yeah, yeah, that's for sure.
bounce back for sure to even get there. But you know, let's hope he even gets to that point. Okay, let's
Yeah.
move on then to the main event. Alexander Volkanovski. Did you have him winning or finishing the Korean Zombie like he did tonight?
I knew he was gonna win. That being said, I bet money on Zombie because it's MMA and anything could
Oh,
happen.
right.
And the underdog, like the odds were way too crazy to not take advantage of.
Hmm.
But throughout watching that fight, a lot of people was like, "Oh, Volk is the greatest, this, that, and the other." But in my eyes, I saw it more as I a zombie in there as opposed to Volk is doing super good.
Right. Yeah.
Like there was like all throughout watching, I'm thinking to myself, Zombie really shouldn't have had been picked for that anyways. Like I don't know why they made that fight. Like I don't know why we're watching this because like at least with Ortega, even though Volk beat the dog shit out of Ortega, you're like, well, Ortega should kind of be in there. You know what I mean? Like
Mm,
Ortega kind of deserves to be in there a little. But with Zombie, I was like, man, he was like third pick in the lottery. You know, he just so happened to be available type of thing. He shouldn't have been in there. And then watching that was clear, like, fuck, you should
mm.
not be in there with this man right now.
Yeah. So
So
would you say that perhaps a Calvin Cater would have been a better fit for this match?
yeah, for sure. For
Mm.
100%. 110%. Yeah. And Calvin would have went crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I
Man,
guess,
I didn't even think about that, but that would have been a significantly better fight.
yeah.
In my eyes, that would have been significantly better.
Yeah, I guess from the UFC stuff, maybe timing wise wasn't great because I mean he did fight Giga Jakadze 5 rounds that start in January. I guess you know looking at that fight, Calvin's sort of still this guy that just got completely mollywopped by Max Holloway, and for Max Holloway to pull out and then get replaced by the guy he absolutely destroyed for 5 rounds would kind of dampen it a little bit.
Mhm.
For sure. So I can see that aspect as well.
But
What are you
I
gonna do?
think if Calvin was to win that, the fact that Max battered him would make that rematch so much better. If Max
Oof.
came back for the belt against an angry Calvin Cater, like
Oh yeah.
a Calvin that wanted revenge for what he did, and then because then at that point, once again, like with everybody else, it's like Calvin's already experienced Max. Now he kind of has a general idea of, okay, cool. I know he's like this. I know he feels like this. I know he moves like this. I can sort of adjust accordingly to harm this man as opposed to get my shit ran again. And I
Mm.
think that would be much more entertaining than, in my eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you with that one. That's some solid thought. Now, before we wrap up, I've got to get your take on one thing because one of the guys in the chat kind of brought something up quite interesting with us towards the end of the fight, and kind of said that they reckon that Volk should move up and test himself against Charles Oliveira. But I guess one, do you want to see that? And two, if you do want to see that, how far away are we from that?
I would. Okay. Oh man, that's a good one. I don't think. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this. I don't think Volk wins that against Charles Oliveira. I think he gets caught in a submission and he can't get out because he really got blessed by like the MMA gods with that Ortega one because he should have been put to sleep. Like he should have been asleep. There's no reason for him to still be up. That being said, if it's a Gaethje, I would like to see that because the way that Volk strikes is pretty hard, feint heavy shots, and Gaethje's like just hard shots as is. So if Gaethje wins, then I'd love to see him jump up. But if not, I don't really care to see it, but I wouldn't mind it. You know what I mean?
Okay. So how many more title defenses do you think that Volk's got until he moves up or challenges?
Who else is in that division underneath him is Cater, Holloway.
Mm-hmm. You've got Arnold Allen coming up as well.
Oh yeah. Oh man. I think. Fuck man, but who's he gonna fight in between? I would say Arnold versus Cater. The winner of that gets Volk, and then while we're waiting on that, I say just let Volk train or something because there's not really too many others.
Other than Max Holloway, of course, if they rebook that. So
yeah. I mean that could work. Yeah, put in throw Max Holloway in while we get Cater and Arnold Allen. I don't know if that's like even been said anywhere, but I would like to see Cater versus Arnold Allen for sure. I think that'd be pretty solid.
We've said that. We reckon that's a good one to fight next.
Oh yeah. And then Volk 3. And once again, if Max wins that one, right, then you get a crazy like, oh, Cater's coming back for revenge. He wants that round 6 type of thing. And man, I would definitely like to do that.
Yes, man, that is fantastic. Yeah, I think that would be quite a fun one for sure for everyone to see. All right, well, we're going to wrap up this fan cam. Man, Jay, you have been fantastic with the opinions.
Wait, I have a question.
Oh, go for it.
For you. Okay, so how does this sound since Gilbert just lost, right? And Sean Brady's on a pretty good streak, but there's no news about him. How do you feel about Burns versus Brady?
Do you know what?
Both pretty good at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. I've not thought about that. That is a very good option.
Decent.
Yeah. Wrestling is his game. I think Burns is quite game regardless. I think he will fight whoever. But stature-wise, Sean Brady is not that much of a push, really. He's not that much of a draw. But style-wise, yeah, I like that fight. And he's a very physical wrestler, and he could very well nullify the grappling of Burns down there. Stylistic, I like that fight. That's a fun one. Okay. I think we said for Burns, though... What did we say for Burns? I've forgotten already. I think we said like Burns would be good for either the winner of Bilal Muhammad or Vicente Luque. But personally...
the problem is he won't fight Luque.
Of course, if Muhammad wins. Personally, I would like to see Burns Colby because I think that'd be a fun one as well. But
yeah, that would be very fun.
Yeah, some great options. I quite like the Sean Brady option. Yeah, you could be very well right with that one.
Very much.
All right, man.
I don't want to like draw you out for too long, but first time I got to talk to somebody else MMA related. Next, what is it? 274, right? There's Randy Brown versus Chaos Williams. How do you see that going?
Do you know what? I love that.
Nobody talks about that.
I love that fight. Randy Brown is so awkward, and Chaos Williams has got that one-punch knockout. I think Chaos can land with Randy Brown. I think it would either be Randy Brown decision or Chaos Williams by a knockout. If Randy Brown puts his foot in the wrong place and that club over right hand comes over the top and puts him to sleep, which we've seen time and time again. Yeah, I don't think Randy Brown would finish Chaos. In my
You don't think
opinion.
so?
No.
Yeah, nah, I don't think see that either. I just fun fact, I've been DMing Kevin Holland and Randy Brown for like the past, I don't know, whenever Kevin Holland first came out that he was going to welterweight, I've been DMing them both. Like, you guys should fight. You guys should fucking fight.
Yeah,
You guys should definitely fight.
I
And then I
think I've
got
said
to
that
meet
before.
Kevin Holland and I was trying to tell him in person. And he was like, yeah, that'd be super great. But
Kevin's game, regardless, man.
If there's any, for sure. For sure.
All right, we'll chat some more off air. Let's wrap this up for the guys that are watching. Thanks for joining in for the fan cam, guys. If you're staying, give Jay some love on the socials, which we'll put in the description at some point soon. So give Jay some love. But peace out, guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon.